What's up, everybody? Devinus45 coming back at you with another outside the front door here video. I got an email over the weekend here from a fellow community member, and some of you that may be following or maybe on Twitter have seen this, have read this, but I feel it's important that I share with you. Some of you aren't on Twitter. Maybe some of you just didn't want to take the time to read it because it was fairly long, but again, I mentioned this on Twitter, but this is why I do these videos. This is why I share my life experiences. This is why I share what I've gone through, what I've struggled with in life. Because it's emails like this, it's the DMs from fellow members and whatnot in the community that reach out to me that are struggling or have struggled as well. And it's always amazing to me. Well, it doesn't really surprise me, but it is always a little bit amazing that there's so many of us. I mean, we all struggle in life, right? Nobody struggles more than another per se. Yet people struggle at different times. People have different issues that they battle through, that they fight through, whether it's personal, relationship, financial, family, just whatever it may be, right? But I want to read this, and I think it's important. Bear with me because it is a little long, but it's he titled it, subject is no apologies. Jeff, I had a chance to listen to your life update YouTube video. I was going to comment on the video, but honestly couldn't edit my thoughts down to just a few sentences. As you may or may not know, I'm 52 years old. Like a lot of people, I went through some tough situations in my youth and through my 20s. I was fortunate to meet a woman who was nothing like me and nothing like the type of woman I thought I wanted. She was everything I was not, and she saw things in me that no one saw, not even me. I fought to stay in my old life, my old habits, with my old friends until I almost became the dead or in jail cliche. She never gave up on me. She had a blind faith in me as a man to a point that she made me want to be as good as she thought I was. After finally getting myself on track and out of bad habits and situations, I started working to support my family. For 20 plus years, I worked in jobs where I spent over half the year on the road, either in hotels or apartments or man camps. To say it was lonely and depressing would be an understatement. I would be lying if I didn't admit that I looked at a balcony railing and my belt many times, wondering if it would hold my weight. I was happy part of the year and miserable the rest. I was proud of what I was doing to provide for my family, but secretly hated the price I was paying to do it. Finally, I got real with myself while sitting in a man camp bunk in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, and realized that I wasn't being fair to myself and my family. I wasn't giving them the best version of me, and I was blaming them for the choices I was making. I had convinced myself I was doing the noble thing by suffering in silence. What I didn't understand was my wife and daughter would rather have me happy at home and living on half the money than see me continue zombie walking through each day. The next time I came home, I used the time I had to call people I had worked with and companies I knew about in my area until I found a local job that would allow me to finally live at home. It was less money, but the decision changed everything. So why am I boring with you all of this? Well, a couple reasons. First, I see a lot of similarities in your life and mine. Not necessarily in the paths we've taken, but in the struggles we have with ourselves. I feel that, like me, you have often been your own worst critic and enemy. You have made decisions based on who you thought you needed to be instead of what would allow you to be the best version of you. Second, because I hear what you're saying now and I see that little glimmer of guilt in your eye that you aren't voicing. At the risk of being patronizing, I wanted to tell you it's okay to be selfish sometimes. When being selfish with your time makes you a better dad, do it. When being selfish with your time makes you a better partner, do it. When being a me first allows you to be the best version of you and your family and your mental health, do it and never second guess. I feel like I have reached that decision point similar to where I was sitting on that bunk in Alaska. I want to encourage you to see it through. Reprioritize your obligations so that they reflect what is most important in your life and the man you want to be. I really believe that the cards were a catalyst for you to help people, but that can become an anchor and it becomes an obligation. Your story is so compelling. You have the ability to be relatable to a huge audience when you are just being yourself. I am in a lot of your streams just hanging and not commenting, and I see the almost patternal relationship you have with a lot of the people there. I honestly believe you are a very rare individual who brings people together in an environment right now that is almost extinct. Having you available half as much but happy, fulfilled, and energized is 10 times better than you forcing yourself to do an auction or break or stream because you feel obligated. I am thrilled to see you visibly happy. It's obvious there's been a change over the past few weeks. Don't apologize for that, and don't do anything to stop momentum. If your videos become rare, that's okay. As long as it's part of you finally living the life you deserve and will have the right decision. I truly believe that your impact will only expand as you grow and find happiness in your life. I really think your greatest impact is in your future, not your past. I look forward to hearing your updates as you move forward. Thank you so much for your candor and sharing your stories. If I could ever lend a hand, ear, or help, all you have to do is say the word. Apologies for the long diagram. I mean, I'll be honest, guys. I read this Saturday night. We were coming back from the casino, actually, and I think I just saw I got an email from this person, and I just read it. I just read it, and I didn't reply to it. In fact, I don't think I replied till yesterday, because it left me speechless. And it's crazy that people that we have, even within this card community, can be so relatable to us, like can share so many similarities, right? And to know that there's a lot of other people out there who maybe have thought about doing things they shouldn't do, maybe not trying to make change to better their life, be in different situations. And I think he pretty much, like I said, he hit it right on the head. There's a lot of things in there that he said that made me really take a step back and really look. And you're right. And I bring this up because I think my last update video last week was letting you guys know that I was going to be done with the whole break game and kind of slowly getting out of the cards, but I still want to have the community with you guys, and I still want to do videos, and I still want to do live community hangouts, because I think all of that is important, because I think there's just too many of you that I can't just walk away from, not say walk away, but just completely just stop doing what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, I enjoy doing this stuff, guys. But yes, does he hit it on the head where sometimes it almost feels like an obligation, or it feels like something, I'm forcing to do, and maybe not happy, and maybe the energy level is just not there like it used to be because I just have a lot going on now. I think that's a lot of it. I think what's going to happen is, I think Wednesday night, I don't know if we'll do auction or anything, but I think Wednesday night we're going to have a little live community hangout. And I hope that as many of you can make it. Probably do it at, 6:30, 7 o'clock for an hour or two, whatever, a couple hours. I hope you guys make it. I hope you guys come and hang out. I hope we can have some good conversations. Guys, always remember, on the live stream side of things, the way the stream goes or how well it is really determined by you guys, the viewers and people who are interacting, because I bounce off of what you guys have to say. I bounce off of your comments. Maybe I share stories of something, or maybe you guys ask me questions, and maybe now is a good time where we almost make it like a Q&A, like we've done. I think it's been a year or maybe 2 years since I've done a Q&A with you guys, where you guys can ask me questions. I'll be open, I'll be honest, like I always have. You can ask me pretty much anything, and I'll kind of tell you, whether you want to ask questions about, back in my addiction day when I was using, or, how I did this or how I did that. Just, I think it's a good thing that we do. But I guess the point of me reading this is maybe this will touch a few other people like it touched me. Maybe me sharing this will have an impact on some of you who maybe are pushing through jobs just because you feel like you need to make that extra money, where maybe if you cut that money back a little bit, happiness is priceless, guys. Being happy, waking up every day, like having a good attitude and everything is priceless. You guys, there's no money that can take that from you or buy that from you if you find it or if you're in it. There is nothing. Like, literally. I mean, like I always say lately, I've never been happier. Like, yesterday was really a day we didn't do much. We had to go grocery shopping and kind of, I guess, do what a lot of people maybe do on the weekend or Sunday. But it's always so fun. It's always an adventure. It's always the littlest things we can go do become the biggest adventures, and we just laugh and we have a good time. I haven't laughed, guys. I haven't laughed as much as I've laughed. You could probably put together the amount of times I laughed in a year or a couple of years in the last month and a half or so. Like, literally. I mean, it's insane. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. No one will understand it. Nobody will understand it but us. But I hope if you guys aren't at a point like that in your lives, or you have a partner like that, I hope that you all do. And I hope that each and every one of you guys find happiness. Because, again, I was in a very lonely, dark place. And it sucks being lonely, man. It truly sucks. So anybody out there who is, I feel for you. But know that at the end of the day, you're not alone. And if you need someone to talk to, if you need somebody to vent to, whatever, you can always reach out to me. I'm always here for you. I will always be here for you. Just send me an email, call me, text me, whatever it is. If you need my number, just ask. I'll give it to you. If you need to text me, if you're in a bad situation or you're in a bad place and whatever, I don't care what time. If it's something super important, if it's life-changing or something like that, and you need to reach out to somebody and you feel comfortable doing that with me, do it. By all means. I don't care. I'm here for you guys, like you've always been for me. You guys have not turned your backs on me. And you know what's crazy too is that some of the people that I feel like I'm getting the closest to within the community are some of those that maybe we had our differences when we first found out about each other or knew about each other. And now we're closer than I am with maybe some other people. So, there's one other thing I wanted to read real quick before I get off here. I wanted to make this 10 minutes. I'm trying to make these no longer than 10 minutes, but my apologies. But I just want to read this as well real quick because I think this is a important little quote to think about. And shout out to my daughter Mia, who had her tonsils pulled out. The doctor said that they had never seen tonsils that swollen in a long, long time. So hopefully that'll help. She's been really raspy and stuff. So, but she's been out of surgery. She's probably gonna be heading to mom's house soon. But all right, here we go. The problem today is people don't cherish good people. They try to use them. And just think about that. Let me leave that with you guys today and just think about that. Let me read it one more time. The problem today is people don't cherish good people. They try and use them. Now, if you want to relate that to work, if you want to relate that to a relationship, if you want to relate that to maybe there's some family you feel like that, just reflect on it. Think about that for a little bit. Think about if you're someone who is using people and not cherishing them. When's the last time you told someone that's close to you or someone you really appreciate that you appreciate them? When's the last time you told someone that you love them? How often do you do it? Do you say it enough? Is there a limit? Is there an amount of times you can use words like that? And one last thing while I leave you guys. I love y'all. I hope you guys all have an awesome week. Go ahead, make somebody smile. Have a good day, guys. Love you. Peace.